Hello. Today we'll be learning a topic from the subject quality management. This subject cannot be taught without the mention of Dr. W. Edward Deming. So today we will learn about his teachings and what is the importance of W. Edward Deming in the world of quality. What is his contribution in the world of quality? Why do people want to call themselves the Deming disciples? Even in today's world, they refer to Deming's books. It's like the Bible of quality. That's how it is today. So let's look at what is his teachings and why he is so important. Okay, let's go back. Let me ask you a question. When I say made in China, what comes to your mind? Poor quality, right? Nothing great. When I say made in Japan, what comes to your mind? Superior quality. Immediately, right? There is an immediate change of perception in your mind. That brand value of made in Japan. Immediately your understanding of that quality, the sense of quality you understood when I said made in Japan. So how did this happen? How did this made in Japan term become so popular? Why is it synonymous to quality? What happened? Who took the efforts? Was it one person? Was it a whole generation? What happened? So that's what we will look at today. Okay, let's go back to World War II, 1945. Japan was war-torn. 1947, India got independence. Just to give you a context, around the same time, when India got independence from 200 years of misrule, at the end of it, what happened? India was at 12% literacy rate. At the same time, Japan was at 90% literacy rate. I'm talking of 1945. The war, no doubt, brought about enough and more damage to Japan, but in terms of infrastructure, not in terms of their confidence, their grit, their desire to achieve. Nothing. These things you can't take away from people, right? Infrastructure is the easiest thing to rebuild. Once you lose confidence and grit, that's difficult to get back. That's not what Japan lost. So there was a gentleman by the name of General MacArthur. He was the general in the Japanese army. So General MacArthur, while he was in US prior, in around 1930s, he knew of a person by the name of Dr. Deming, who was intrigued by the ways of statistical analysis and how he believed that statistical analysis could achieve better quality control. So General MacArthur of Japan, he knew that there was a person called Deming. So General MacArthur said, now we need someone to help us rebuild after all this rubble that has been created here in Japan. We need someone who will come and rebuild this whole thing, help us come back, get back on our feet. So then he invited Dr. Deming to Japan to help to teach the Japanese managers the statistical analysis that could help the managers to do better quality control. So sure enough, Dr. Deming began to teach the managers of Japan. And this went on for several years. Slowly and steadily, Japan's quality in products began to increase. And this took place over a period of 5-7 years. So along with the statistical tools that Deming would teach the Japanese managers, there was one thing that Deming would teach, and that is understand the effect of variation. He would say, if you take back one of my learnings, just one learning, that would be this one. Understand the effect of variation. So what is variation? What do we mean by variation? In a manufacturing process, no two outputs from a manufacturing process will be same. Just like how no two snowflakes are same, no two manufacturing outputs will be the same. That is by default. Correct? But there could be a huge amount of variation in the output. What is this variation and how does variation occur in the first place? So variation can occur because of any kind of variation, maybe in inherent strength of the material, the thickness, the moisture content of the material. Some changes will be there in your final output, and that will happen because of variation. Variation in terms of fluctuations of electricity. There could be vibration in the machine because of shortage of power. There could be change of operators. There could be inherent wear and tear of the machine over time. So variation in a process is inevitable. That's going to happen. Deming said you need to control these variations. It should not be drastic. It should not be a significant amount of variation that will actually affect your end product. That's what Deming said. So he said manage your variations all the time. So these variations are known as the common causes of variations. Deming, along with teaching variations, he also was a huge proponent of eliminating inspection. He said, why do you need to inspect something? Once a product is made, it is either faulty or it is perfect. If it is perfect, it goes into the customer's hands. If it is faulty, first of all, you're going to spend time, money, efforts, man hours to understand and figure out which product is defective. This whole process has to be eliminated because you should not be in a mindset of making a faulty product in the first place. He was of the mindset, and his teachings included eliminate unnecessary inspection. So this was the two teachings of Deming. One is eliminate inspection and the other is understand variation and how it could damage the product.